We had it, and then it slipped. Middle of the third, we were in control, and then Dallas hit us with that run that flipped everything. It wasn't just shots falling for them, it was our attention to detail breaking down. We let them get too many easy looks, started fouling, gave them free trips to the line, and worst of all, turnovers. Not just a few, turnovers that turned directly into points. 27 of them. It was like a snowball rolling downhill, and we couldn't stop it fast enough. Offensively, we were out of sync. All of our point guards are injured, and that changes everything. Dallas cranked up their pressure, made it hard for us to even get into our sets. Without that steady hand to organize us, we started over-dribbling, abandoning our off-ball actions, and going one-on-one. That's not who we are. That's when we become predictable, and we paid for it. But here's the thing, we fought back. Fourth quarter, we turned the game on its head again. Our defensive energy came alive. We forced tough shots without fouling, we pushed in transition, and we finally got some easy buckets. In those moments, we looked like us again, unselfish, fast, fearless. And yes, it was physical. Very physical. But I'll say it, there's a double standard. Kelsey Mitchell gets held, bumped, and chucked on every single possession, and somehow no whistle. Every time. We had our moments tonight, but moments aren't enough against a team like Dallas. Some games slip away quietly. This one went kicking and screaming. The scoreboard doesn't always tell the story. It doesn't measure the bruises left by unchecked contact, or the sting of a whistle that never comes. It doesn't record the conversations between teammates in the huddle, the coach's quiet decision at a low clock, or the way a team fights when the air is heavy with frustration. This wasn't just another night in the league. It was a test of composure, of resilience, of trust, and of how much you can endure before you break. Section 1. The third quarter shift. At the midway mark of the third quarter, the game was there, ours to claim. The lead wasn't just on the scoreboard. It was in our energy, our body language, the way the ball was moving. We were dictating pace. Dallas was reacting. And then, like a storm that comes without warning, the momentum swung. The first cracks weren't loud. A misstep in defensive positioning. A late closeout. Then an unnecessary foul that sent them to the line. The free throws started adding up, not just on the scoreboard but in our rhythm. Then came the turnovers. Not just the kind you write off as part of the game, but the kind that turn into layups before you've even had a chance to take a breath. 27 points off turnovers. Let that sink in. 27. It was like opening a door for Dallas and watching them walk right through it, possession after possession. And every time we tried to slam it shut, our own hands kept the door from locking. Section 2. The organization problem. Offense is about more than shot selection. It's about flow, organization, and trust in the system. And tonight our system had holes. With every single one of our point guards out, the leadership on the floor shifted. It's not an excuse, it's a reality. Point guards are the conductors of the orchestra. Without them, you have talented musicians but no one keeping time. Dallas smelled it. They turned up the pressure, pressing us full court, forcing us into slower, messier possessions. Without that steady floor general to calm the storm, we dribbled more, cut less, and slipped into isolation ball. We got tunnel vision. Instead of letting our off-ball actions and spacing work for us, we tried to force one-on-one plays. That's not our identity. That's not how we win. And the stats told the story. 15 assists to 17 turnovers. That's a recipe for frustration. Section 3. The fourth quarter push. But here's where you see the heart of a team. Down, battered, frustrated, we refused to let Dallas walk out without a fight. In the fourth, our defense tightened. We stopped fouling, forced them into tough shots, and finally, got the chance to run. When we push the ball in transition, we're a different beast. The pace suits us. We attack before defenses can get set. We pass ahead instead of holding. We hunt mismatches, and we feast on chaos. The deficit shrank. 10, 8, 5, 3, then 1. The building shook with every made bucket. The bench was standing. The belief was back. In those moments, It didn't matter that our rotation was patched together, that we were undersized, that the officiating felt one-sided. We had life, and we had Dallas on the ropes. Section 4. The physicality double standard, and yet, it's impossible to talk about this game without talking about the physicality and the way it was policed. If you've watched Kelsey Mitchell play, you know she works tirelessly to get free off the ball. Tonight, she was held, bumped, chucked, every single possession. And somehow, whistle after whistle stayed silent. Then there's Aliyah Boston. I'll say it plainly, she is the most poorly officiated post player in the league. She fights for position, gets hammered, and still, nothing. If the league is going to let games get physical, fine. But make it equal. If you're going to call holds and chucks for one side, call them for both. We've been consistent about what we're asking for. Consistency. Tonight, for our stars, it wasn't there. And in a game this close, that matters. Section 5. The final possession, the end came down to a single chance. Quasi-transition, clock ticking, the ball in our hands. I didn't call timeout right away. I wanted us to push. We'd been lethal in transition all night, and with Dallas in the penalty, attacking early made sense. But when the attack didn't come, when we started dribbling sideways instead of downhill, I hesitated. Should have called it at the 3-second mark instead of later. That's on me. Kelsey had a lane to the baseline for a moment. She pulled back to the middle. The look we got wasn't the one we wanted. And just like that, the window closed. Section 6. The real reason we lost, Chloe Bibby said it best. We shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. The hole we dug in the first quarter. The collapse in the third. The self-inflicted wounds, turnovers, empty possessions, missed opportunities. Our margin for error was small before the game even tipped. With injuries and a hungry Dallas squad playing inspired basketball, it got even smaller. And credit to Dallas, they've been playing well lately, even if their record hasn't shown it. Tonight, they finished. Section 7. What's next? This one hurts. Not because we didn't fight, we did, but because the fight came after we'd already given Dallas the kind of head start you can't afford to give in this league. The resilience of this group is unquestionable. The grit, the toughness, the willingness to claw back. It's why we're still in the fight every night. But grit alone isn't enough. We have to be sharper. We have to eliminate the avoidable mistakes. We have to demand and get consistency in how this game is called. Because if we're this close, on a night where so much went wrong, imagine what happens when we get it all right. We weren't fazed. We were furious. The scoreboard said we were down big, but we didn't see it as a loss. We saw it as an opening. Then came the 19-0 run. It started on defense. We locked in, denied second chances, and every Dallas miss became fuel for our fire. We found the hot hand, and tonight that was Bibbs. She couldn't miss, hitting shot after shot to drag us back into striking distance. We attacked downhill.